Breaking news. Ha ha ha. Bayelsa State takes it to the next level. Anti open grazing law. As Bayelsa government arrests defaulters, read the act and what they will be facing as a result of defaulting or going against the law that is in place in Bayelsa. I mean, one of the states, sadly, that you expect that the anti-grazing law in the country should have been signed is not yet signed, and the governor is not ready to sign it because he asked the people on how is going to implement the law is Edo States. But other states, have really signed the law, and to a large extent, is really taking roots. Okay, it's really taking roots and it's helping. For instance, we saw in one of the communities in Anambra that the village was able to send Fulani herdsmen away, not because they want to send them away, but because they went there, they destroyed people farmland and feel it is okay, and they reminded them that there was an anti-grazing because they went to farmland where people have collected money from bank to carry out their farm activities, and they destroy the farmland. Yeah. So this is what it is. And guess what now? We can see that this is not being acceptable. Please do not forget to give us a thumbs up, like us, share, subscribe. Let's get all the details. Anti-open grazing law. Bayelsa arrest defaulters. Read the act to them and what the consequences of their action will be. The Bayelsa state government has made good its promise to enforce and enact the anti-open grazing law to the letter with the arrest of some defaulters over the weekend. This is even as it reads a rad act to cattle headers to abide by the existing and anti-grazing law in the state or risk being arrested and prosecuted, jailed, as the case may be. Bayelsa government has arrested some Fulani herdsmen who were grazing their cattle despite the ban in some communities. The communities has raised alarm and they've been held for defaulting. The Bayelsa State House of Assembly had on March the 9th, 2021, passed the anti-grazing law known as Livestock Breeding, Rearing and Marketing Regulation Law, which was signed into law by the governor, Daye Dare, on March the 10th, 2021. Dare had also set up the Livestock Management Committee headed by the Commissioner of Agricultural Resources, with members also drawn from security agencies to enforce the law. According to investigations, the enforcement chairman of the committee, Clever Indo, the company the in company of security agencies embarked on a routine patrol and were able to spot some violating the grazing law along Royal Tipping Hotel, Tampa Embassy, and Zare Road, respectively. Indo ordered immediate arrest of the herdsmen and asked that they be relocated to Bayelsa Palm, where they'll be made to face the route of the law. The warning that the committee will not tolerate violators of the very law in the state. The state government has also issued a stern warning to herdsmen to abide by the existing anti-grazing law in the state or fix or risk being arrested and persecuted. The deputy governor, Senator Lawrence, gave the warning at a meeting with the chairman and member of the state traditional ruling council in the government house in Yenegoa on Thursday. But the North has reacted, asking and begging that the governor let these ones go as they will abide by other laws. They will abide by the law now that they know the law will be enacted in the state. So what were they waiting for? The North now is begging, saying that the governor should give a pardon to these ones that have been arrested, that consequently they will follow, they will do the right thing, and then they will make sure that they follow the law as it should be. But my question remains, if you know that there is a law, why are you flaunting the law? I mean, what's your reason? I mean, what's the reason for flaunting the very said law? There is a law in place, and the law is there for a purpose. Okay, so things are done decently and in order, and people can go about their life and do things decently. Because I mean, we all know about the whole farmer header clashes and how these things have serious. I mean, it has been a great debate. But should I interest you? Do you know, between you and I, that there is nothing new under the sun? Just between you and I, there is nothing new under the sun. For instance, can you remember? Let's go back in memory lane. Do you know that Abraham, if you remember Abraham, okay, in Genesis, Genesis being the beginning, Abraham and Lot is his cousin, okay? Lot is his, I mean, is his nephew now, his brother's son, is his nephew, staying with him. And, of course, you learn the trade of the person that you are with, yeah? And so, Lot now also have herdsmen who are working for him. And as business continued to increase and expand, they began to have this same trouble we are having today between Abraham herdsmen and Lot's herdsmen. And so what happened? Abraham, being a bigger one, I mean, being an elder, a man of understanding, said, "This is going to cause trouble between me and my brother." So what did he do? He called for a meeting and said, "Lord, this is causing trouble. Your herdsmen, my herdsmen, they are clashing. Before you know it, we start getting on each other's throats. It's not going to help us. Okay, we're not going to succeed that way. We're going to become laughing stock very soon. We're going to start hating each other because some person complained and the other did not like what he complained about, blah, 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 blah. And we may get at each other's throats. What's the way forward? Okay, let's look. The land is before us. So what do we do? Can we now, share this land in such a way that, everybody's having a good time? Let's share it so that there are boundaries, just like what we are having today. There are boundaries. There is a place your cattle must not pass. There is a place my cattle must not pass. If either of our cattle or herdsmen go beyond this boundary, they are breaking the law. And if they break the law, there are consequences. So we need to call our people to order and call a spade a spade. Yeah? And so they agreed upon it. And so he asked Lot, which is the younger one, his nephew, so he called Lot, I mean, and they had that treaty. And so Lot looked up, raised his eyes and looked and saw that the plain of Sodom and Gomorrah was very good. And he went there. So what are we talking about? Laws are put in place so that we don't cross the boundaries, so that things are done decently and in order. Let them face the consequence for their actions. Leave us a comment. God bless you. Have a good day. Bye for now. Bye.